Alright, starting off, we're going to go into the pistols as our first ranged ability. I wasn't expecting this when I picked up the pistols the first time, but apparently when you pick up pistols in this game, you go John Woo style, and you dual wield. I actually was kind of expecting him to do one pistol, which would have been kind of neat to have a pistol in one hand and a melee weapon in the other. So we gain two abilities here. The Business, which is one resource. It's a single target attack. It hits 3 times and does 24 physical per hit. Then there's Shootout, consumes all the resources. It's a channel focus attack, deals 57 physical damage. Basically, every half a second for 2.5 seconds is how the damage is spread out. And as you can see, it's a 2.5 second with 4-second cooldown. Going into our skill tree here, I could get, and let's see what I've got as far as passives. Magnum, the Business, also causes the target to become weakened by a single stack of the Corrupted effect, which reduces effectiveness of their heal, barrier, and leech effects by 5% per stack for 10 seconds, and it stacks up to 10 times. That's a 50% reduction. That's impressive, actually. So you're basically reducing their heals, their shields, any damage done as life abilities, all gets reduced in half. I imagine that is going to be imperative in PvP scenarios. Hothead is whenever I apply Hindered, I gain a minor critical chance effect, which increases critical chance by 10% for 8 seconds. So if I hinder someone, I get more crit. Very cool. Coup de grace. Whenever an enemy dies with my pistol resources remaining, up to 3 friends in a 5-meter radius around that enemy are healed. So if I'm hitting enemies and they get a weapon resource on them and they die, friendlies get healed. That's really cool. What can I get here? I can get Above the Law. I am the law. Interesting. This is a persistent GT AoE. What is GT? I know what a PB and a TB is. What's a GT? Places an area effect. Oh, ground target AoE, I bet. Places an area effect that afflicts up to 3 enemies in a 5-meter radius around the targeted point every second for 10 seconds. Builds 1 resource for each equipped weapon. Let's see. A persistent GT AoE attack that creates an area on the ground. Deals 25 physical. 36 physical to targets that are hindered. So it does more damage if they're hindered. I can't purchase it. Why is that? I guess I have it. No, I don't. Why can I not equip it or purchase it? Well, I have no ability points. Oh, of course. I know why I have no ability points. It's because I haven't used the weapon yet. I have to use each of the abilities once in order to get my ability points. So let's go back in. Above the Law. Go ahead. Alright, let me take a look here. 3? Yeah, ooh, wow. Look at that. That is a large range. Can't go too far with it. I have a weapon resource, or 1 combo point, depending upon how you want to look at it, on each of these enemies. So let's look at the range we get with pistols. There it is. There's my range. And that's how it is. Not certain I care for pistols, to be honest, but that's kind of neat. Alright, let's go with shotguns. And now this one I'm going to go ahead and definitely use one of these so I can show the ranged ability. As you can see here, it doesn't matter how close I am, I can still fire my shotgun. Unlike the pistols would not fire without a target because the shotgun has a cone. There we go. There's my range. Not near as far as the others. Alright, so what have I got? I have pump action. It's a cone, affects up to 5 enemies in a 60-degree, 7-meter cone. 1 resource, and deals 48 physical. And as we saw before, here's out for a kill. Consumes all resources, single target attack deals 132 physical. Boo. Alright, so let's go ahead and apply my points. What do I get? Over here, Hothead, whenever you apply hindered... Well, let's look what I have already. I have Sawed Off. Pump action will also cause afflicted targets to become weakened by a single stack of the effect, which reduces all damage dealt by 3%. Stacks of 10 times, so 30% damage reduction on my targets just by using my pump action ability. And hit and run. Whenever an enemy dies with shotgun resources remaining, an explosion occurs around that enemy, dealing 77% physical damage, or 77, sorry, not percent, physical damage up to 5 enemies in 3-meter radius. That would have been nice to have in that little training area. I don't know if I did, because every enemy that died with weapon resource on them would have blown up. And that's kind of cool. Here, whenever I applied hindered, I can gain minor critical effect chance, which increases my crit by 10%. And with this passive Sawed Off, I'm pretty much guaranteed to get hindered. Or no, that's weakened, not hindered. That's different. Very different, actually. If I go here, let me get out of that real quick. I'll kind of show here. See, there's hindered. There's weakened. Different category altogether. So, that doesn't exactly work. But hey, that's okay. I don't have anything that does hindered, do I? Oh, what about over here? Oops. That's pistols. I need to go back over here. Oh, I was looking at Hothead for pistols. My bad. I completely apologize for that. So what have I got here? Well, there's Powder Burn that we saw before. It's 1 resource for each equipped weapon. It's a single target strike that deals 61 physical or 102 if they're hindered. So I can go ahead and buy that. And well, it looks like I still have the same problem. Powdered Burn does more damage if they're hindered, but I weaken. I don't hinder. But let's look over here. Do I get anything? Dead on target. Increases damage done by shotgun abilities by 10%. And that's it. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do it. This is our shotgun. We have our pump action. And of course, we all know about Powder Burn to single target. And there's shotguns. Alright, last but certainly not least, we go into assault rifles. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our rifle, shall we? Look at this. Look at that. It's got a scope, grenade launcher on it. How nice. I look like a true mobster. Alright, let's go ahead and get my ability point so we can go into that. Okay, so what we have here is Safety Off, 1 resource with each equipped weapon. Single target burst attack. It hits 4 times and does 24 physical per hit. Here is Fire at Will, instant 4-second cooldown. It is a TAOE, or target-based area of effect. It affects 5 enemies in a 5-meter radius around my current target. It consumes all resources. It's a frenzy ability that's 68 physical damage. An additional hit is performed for each resource consumed, doing 21 physical damage. So this is the first ability that I've seen that actually says it will do something if I use resource with it. So you see there's my resource. So if I do this, it'll do more damage with that resource. Interesting. Alright. What do we get? Whenever you apply hindered, your next hit cannot be evaded. Interesting. So I start off with extra bullet. Safety off performs an additional hit. That's why it's doing 4. Should normally do 3. And then we have military code. Whenever an enemy dies with your assault rifle resources remaining, you gain a beneficial effect that causes your next assault rifle resource builder to build 1 additional assault rifle resource. So that pretty much means if I kill somebody, I'll basically get my resources back by hitting the next target. So that's kind of nice. It lets you to keep in the action. So this is the healing spec. The rifles are. So instead of getting a new damage dealing ability, I get this called Anima Shot. Let's just go ahead and buy it and we'll take a look at it. And it looks like that unlocks Anima Boost, increases the damage dealt, leech, and heal of Anima Shot by 1. So let's just go ahead and get that as well. And I don't have any more resources to put into it. So, Anima Shot builds 1 assault rifle resource, a single target attack that deals 55 physical, and you heal your defensive target for 30. Okay, you heal for 30 and an additional 12.4% of the damage it actually deals. So what I can show you here is this is kind of neat because this is a system that Warhammer had, Warhammer Online, where you can have 1 enemy target and 1 friendly target. Warhammer, I don't know if it was really that easy to tell which was which or when you had a target. I didn't play it long enough to really get a feel for it. But as you can see here, I have an enemy target and I have myself targeted. So here on the left, there's my friendly target. Down here, here's my enemy target. So I can keep both of us targeted as I'm playing. And then here's my Anima Shot, and as you see there I am. I'm healing myself while doing damage. This has a pretty good range on it. This is the longest range of... See, out of range. Now here we go. Longest range of all of the ranged abilities. As far as between shotgun. Shotgun's obviously very short range. Pistols are a kind of a moderate range, but rifles most definitely give you a lot more range comparatively. So alright, that's it. That's the assault rifles, and we'll move over here to this training zone, and this is where we start to dabble in a little bit of magic.